Good afternoon. Hello, millionaires. How you all doing? It's good to be here, and happy holidays to our Muslim friends and brothers and sisters. Right. So wherever you may be joining us from, we want to wish you a very happy holiday today. And tomorrow is a long weekend for a lot of us. And so thank you all for joining this afternoon and this evening, depending on where you may be joining from, this morning, depending on where you may be joining us from. All right, so you're all welcome. Let's just take a few seconds or minutes or so to wait for others to come in. If you are in right now, why not introduce yourself and where you're joining from? Just do that very quickly. Do that very, very quickly. Do that very quickly. Let's know where you're joining from. Introduce yourselves and where you're joining from very quickly. Very quickly. We have a very important topic to examine today. So, but before I do that, just waiting to see who is in the house. Who is in the house? Who is in the building? Okay, so I think we just dive in. I think it'd be nice to just dive into our subject matter for today. What we have for discourse today is on 4 ways to make millions selling our products. This year alone, we've had amazing, amazing millionaires, amazing partners who have earned millions selling our products, and we are very, very proud of them. Very, very proud of them, and we look forward to having more of such people, you know, emerge from the team or even join the team. So if you're listening to us right now, and then you are not yet a partner in LifePage, there's an opportunity for you to make millions. Whether you already have a full-time job or not, it's something you can run on your side. And our business is digital, has been digitalized. So in such a way that regardless of where you may be, you can log on, you can monitor things, you can track everything just literally online. So I want to especially welcome you all to this Millionaires Forum. And so my name is Oladipo Clement, as is shown on the screen, and I'm currently the Chief Executive Officer of LifePage Group, a real estate investment company, and we've got quite a few number of subsidiaries, and we do quite a number of things. But real estate investment is what we're known for. We are primarily in the business of making lives richer. We hate seeing people poor. We believe that regardless of your current socioeconomic status, you have the possibilities of also, becoming a multi-millionaire and then also impact other people's lives as well. So let me just dive into my subject: 4 ways to make millions selling our products. In the LifePage real estate investment arm, we have three core divisions, and it's good I start from there so that we can understand. If we don't know where you are, it will be difficult to navigate where you really want to be. So we have LifePage Estates. That's a division within the LifePage LifePage company, right? And that company is responsible. That division is responsible for everything landed properties nationwide, right? That company next month or in October will do an official announcement of the MD, and all the MDs will be announcing them officially in October. Um, so LifePage Estate, and then we have LifePage Investments. Under LifePage Investments, LifePage Investments is responsible for Million Homes, and then we've got LifePage Homes. That's what is responsible for our Orange Apartments, Ikorodu Homes, and several other housing developments that are coming up in the coming weeks, in the coming months, in the coming years. Okay, so it's so that's pretty much under LifePage, and we have other subsidiaries which we will talk about some other time. So why I mentioned that, so that you are able to grasp the scope of the products under each of these divisions. So under LifePage Estate already has well over 24 estate projects. The LifePage Homes is very young and still budding. And we have Million Homes, which is more or less like the flagship real estate investment product of the company. And then, of course, we have the LifePage housing, where we have the Orange Apartment, we have Ikorodu Homes, and we have several others that will be coming on as the days unfold. Okay, so these all products, how do you sell them and make millions? So that's pretty much what I want to touch on today. The very first question, I love answering questions. I love asking questions, and that's how I think. That's how I think, basically. So when there's a problem, when there's an issue, you ask questions. And when you ask questions, all the answers, all the studies, all your research, everything has been stored up in your subconscious mind. And somehow when you ask questions, the answers begin to pop up. And that's pretty much the way this works. So these questions, these 4 key questions, are the questions that will help to, unleash, or unveil the answers to, how to make the millions. So the first question you want to ask is, how much exactly, do I want to make? How much income? You need, high degree of specificity. If you don't know where you are going, everywhere you get to will look like it, right? So you need specificity. Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. And this is so crucial. One of the major reasons a lot of people hardly accomplish, their dreams or achieve their goals is because it's not clear to them. So it's most times clarity of thought, clarity of speech. Clarity of thought is responsible for clarity of speech. So you need that. It's very, very important. You need clarity of your goals, exactly what you want to achieve. You must know it like you know your name. It's very, very important, because it will help you to easily eliminate distractions when you are clear exactly about how much income you want to make. Life doesn't answer to distractions or confusion. And I realize that sometimes confusion is not only within around us, sometimes it's within us, and that's even worse. The greatest confusion you can ever have is the one within you. So when you are not together, when your spirit, soul, and body doesn't seem to know the way out, all right, you get really confused, and it messes up everything else you do, outside of yourself. So it's important to describe exactly how much you want to make, and then you note it, you write it down, you pen it down. So how much income? So I want you to take a notepad right now, listening to me, write down how much in clear terms you want to make. Put it there. 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, and for some people it may be 1 million. Now, mind you, your specific income must meet the smart way of setting goals, must meet the minimum criteria, which is it must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be realistic, and it must be time bound. Don't just put any figure. It must follow those 5 key criteria. So you must set exact amount, and then it must be measurable. So in other words, you can't just say, I want to make millions. So we use millions for the title, but it does not mean that's what you need. You need a specific amount. And then of course, it must be measurable, and then it must be achievable. Achievable in what sense? It must be achievable based on your skill, your capacity, based on your exposure, your level of education, the value of your network, based on your antecedent, based on your credentials, based on your brand, based on your reputation. It must be achievable. So you don't just put a figure that does not match what you have done before or what you are capable of doing based on your rich network. This is so important. This is so crucial. So crucial. So crucial. Very important. And then realistic. You never will be able, a dream or a goal remains unrealistic as long as the goal is based on old strategy, right? Very, very important. If it's based on old strategy, you are not likely to deliver a new result. So the dream or your goal is unrealistic as long as it is based or built on old strategy, old approach, old thought pattern, old thinking, old belief system, old network, old association, old relationship. Very, very important. So if you are setting a new goal that surpass whatever you have ever set in your life before, you need superior strategy, you need superior connection, you need superior mindset, you need superior belief system. Very, very crucial. Very, very, very important. Now, how much income do you want to make? If you take it, if you review it in the light of these 5 key criteria, then you'll be good. So if you put down a figure that you believe based on these things I've said, and of course you must set a timeline. What timeline does for you is it creates a sense of urgency. It creates that sense of urgency. It gives you, it enhances your momentum, and then you are able to know when you score, and then you know what is left. All right. So time, very, very important. That's why in every football match, they usually have 90 minutes, 45 minutes the first half, 45 minutes the second half. And by any means, there is draw, they have an extension, which is also time bound. So it's very, very important. That's why life is measurable. That's why life is guided and guarded by time. So you want to make sure that you take note of that. So how much income? So let's put 1 million just for the purpose of calculation so that we can understand exactly what we are doing here. All right. So 1 million. I wanted to say 5 million. Okay. So, but whatever it is that you have written down, note it. The next thing is how much sale will help me achieve this income. How much sale will I need to make in order to achieve this income? This is so important as well. It's not enough to define how much you want to make. More important is to define what you need to achieve, what you need to do to achieve that income. So how much revenue, how much sale, how much turnover must you record in order for you to generate that level of sale? Very, very important. So, for example, if you are a CA, a company advocate in this organization, right? And you sell a parcel of land. So all the products, the various divisions I talked to you about earlier, they all have their own compensation plan and compensation ratings. So if you sell any of our landed properties under LifePage Estates, right, you are entitled and eligible for, as a CA, you are eligible for 10% commissions, right? So let's use that for the purpose of this lecture. All right. Now that 10% is what you make each time you refer someone and then the person buys the parcel of land, any of our estates nationwide. Now note this. Now that 10% is the commission rate you get. However, if 1 million is what you would want to like, if 1 million is what you like to make, then to arrive at the sale you will need to make to achieve the 1 million, You divide your 1 million, right, by 10%. That gives you 10 million. So divide how much you want to make, how much income you want to make, you divide it by the percentage um, commission that you get. That makes it very simple and straightforward. So at the beginning or toward the end of the year, as we plan the new year, that's the question. You start from the goal, then you backtrack to what you must do. That's the way it is. All right, 10 million. So if 10% is what you earn on every transaction that you close or every business you refer to the company, you are eligible for 10%. So how much of that product must you sell in terms of sales, total sales? 10 million. The next question, number 3, this is very straightforward and very simple. You can use that on a monthly basis. You can use that on a quarterly basis. You can use that to set an agenda for each year. So if in a year you plan that you are going to make 10 million, you can decide, well, every quarter you must make 2.5 million naira. And then this is what you must use the same formula, use the same methodology to derive or determine how much you must make. Are you following what I'm saying? This is so crucial. And you can use it on a monthly basis, you can use it on a quarterly basis, you can use it on a yearly basis. It depends on what works for you. The next thing you want to do is how many products will fetch you that volume of sale. Are you seeing the flow? How many products? So to make a million naira, you've been able to define that you need to divide that 1 million by your 10%, which is your rate as a company advocate in our organization. That is the least you can earn. That's the level. That's the commission income that you earn. Now that 10%, we said divide what you plan to earn by that 10%, and it gives you an idea how much sale you must make. The next thing is how many products or services must you sell to arrive at the 10 million that we got initially. That brings us to, if a parcel of land, so let's take Ashford County, for example, as a product. Ashford County is in Gwagwalada, Abuja. The property has a C of O, it's just 5 minutes drive from passport office, very strategic, not too far, very, very close, just a walking distance also from General Zazi Army Barracks. Very strategic. There are several other developments, other things along that route. So it's just off Secretariat Road in Gwagwalada. All right. So if you are selling that particular product and that product already sells for 1.5 million naira. Now, how many of 1.5 million naira do you need to sell to be able to make a sale of 10 million? So we divide 10 million. Are you flowing? By 1,500,000 naira. That gives you an idea of how many plots of land you need to sell. That gives you 6.6 plots, approximately 7 plots. In other words, if you sell 7 plots of that land, you will cheaply achieve 10 million plots, and then it will make your 1 million dream, 1 million income target very realizable. So what does it take to make a million naira? It's just to sell 7 plots of land. Simple and straightforward. I don't know if that's clear to you. Now, guess what? If 1 million naira, even if 10 million naira was your target, all you just need to do is to cascade it on the product you want to sell. If, for example, it is orange apartment you want to sell, or million homes that you want to sell, all that you need to do is to look at how much you want to generate and how much sale will give you that income, and then how many of that product will give you that revenue that will give you that income. Very simple and straightforward. Very simple and straightforward. So now, that's not where it ends. That's not where it ends. Now, and I've taught this for years, right? I've taught these 3 levels for years until it occurred to me sometime last month that, come to think of it, it's not a complete process to say, that once you determine how much you want to make, You determine how much sale will generate that revenue for you, and then determine how many plots, how many products, how many of that product or service you need to sell to be able to give you that sale that will give you that income. It's not enough. The next thing is to define or ask the next question, which is who needs what you are selling? Who needs what you are selling? Who needs what you are selling? Because you see, regardless of where you may be operating from, regardless of your nation, regardless of your race, regardless of your creed, regardless of your religion, you must understand this. You are in business for yourself. You are you incorporated. And because you are in business for yourself, it's important that we clarify that you are primarily in business for people. Hello? Even if you are a veterinary doctor, even if you are a veterinary doctor, I must tell you that your job is not to, your assignment is not to dogs. Dogs are not the ones who buy from you. Who buy from you are the owners of dogs. So where can those people be found? So as a veterinary doctor, you certainly now need to target those who need your service. Those who need your services are those who already have pets or who plan to have pets, which is why in the value chain of the veterinary doctor's specialization, they also sell pets sometimes. Some of them sell pets, they sell the food for pets. So you find out that the people who buy pets need to treat and maintain the health of their pets, as well as also cater for and then for those who need new pets, also they need their services, and then the people who already have pets need food for their pets. So you find out that you need to now target the people who need what you are selling. This is so important. And now to be able to, now we call that pre-qualification in sales. You want to pre-qualify who and who. You must be able to, in order to achieve, in order to get your target right, you must pre-qualify your target to say, okay, what's their income class? Where can they be found? Where do they worship? What's their thought pattern? Where do they unwind? I had a story of one of my mentors, how that he landed a major deal with one of the leading banks in Nigeria. And the way he did it was the same mechanism. You see, because that's part of the challenges that most of our team, some of our team members have. Some of us are not targeting the right people. You are not talking to the right people because you believe that what you are selling does not, you know, is not required by everybody, or required by everybody, but not affordable by everybody. Are you getting what I'm talking about? This is so important. It's the missing link between what I've shared over the years and what I'm sharing with you now. And that's why from 3 steps to making the millions, we have now moved it to 4 steps. And that 4 steps, the fourth step, can be broken into several series. If you don't get your target right, you will make effort, and all your effort will end in futility. All your effort will not deliver results. This is the missing link for a lot of people. Now, if you're selling a type of land, some category of market will be able to afford it. But if you start selling some kind of parcel of land, I remember one of my friends contacted me and said, um, our, our mutual friend said to her that we have this so and so parcel of land in this place and all of that. And I said, yes. And said, okay, so I want to buy what, when is the offer going to end? And I said everything. I told her everything. The next thing she sent was, oh, that the challenge now is that she's not, Abuja is far, that she doesn't need to be there. I didn't want to talk too much to it because the reality is you don't need to live where you have a property. Your property can just be growing in value and be bringing in income for you. So, but she said she wasn't going to buy any longer. I said she needed something within Lagos. So I mentioned that, well, the thing, what you want or what you desire, I'm not sure it's something you can afford. So I mentioned a particular project we have, a plot of land there is 12.5 million naira, Lakwe, just beside Lakwe Golf and Resort. And she said, that's not for our level. Oh. Sometimes if you don't pre-qualify your clients, pre-qualify your target audience, you will waste a lot of energy. You will waste a lot of resources. You will talk and talk and talk, and you will you will burn out. And it's one of the key things I've realized in the course of doing this business. Now, that my mentor, all he did was to determine where does his clients, his target audience, where do they unwind? He noticed that these people go to this particular club every particular day. And then he positioned himself without establishing any contact, he just positioned himself now and again. And all he was doing was just to observe, and then he would drink, he was drinking what they were drinking, or rather, he ordered for what they ordered for and what they were drinking. Even though he was not taking it, he ordered for what they were taking and placed it there and sat where they close to where they normally sit. Proper positioning. And then he found some kind of identification until these other guys that were his target observed him and became curious. Who is this guy that's always coming here, always comes and sits down all by himself? Now that takes a lot of strategic thinking. And so they approach him and say, who are you? You are always here, sitting down all by yourself. Who are you? And then he asked them, who are you people too? And they were wondering, how come you don't know us? How come you are saying you don't know us? Everybody in this town, everybody in this country know us. How can you say you don't know us? Say, who are you? And they introduce themselves. And eventually it happened that they were co-founders of one of the leading banks in Nigeria. The point of the summary of that story was that, he said, I know that your bank lacks, brand, the brand equity is not the best in the best shape. He gave them some brand architecture, and then that was how he landed a major deal that has given him influence in many of the banking, in the banking industry as a whole. The point I'm trying to make in a nutshell is you need to pre-qualify your target by, number one, if the product you want to sell is in multiples of millions, then the people you want to sell it to are people who earn in millions. No story. It's not a sentimental discussion. They must be making millions on a regular basis. They must be high net worth individuals. But if the product you are selling is thousand, and all of those things, then you can look for the mass market. So it's very important that you define who needs what you are selling. Where can they be found? You have to be very, very clear as to that. I mean, as to where they can be found, which church or which place, where is their place of worship. There are some churches in this country where it's full of all the billionaires in this country. Yes, all the major billionaires, right? This is very important. There are places they unwind. That's why those who play golf, for example, they know themselves, right? I have not started playing golf, but it's one thing that I want to pick up as well. Why? Because we know where all the billionaires, where we meet normally. I think I'm talking about, there's a place of preference. There's a place where their children go to school. So sometimes finding their children where their children go to school can give you a connection. All you need is to be able to establish relationship, right? Because ultimately people buy from people that, that people buy from people they like, trust, and then, and value. So you want to be able to position yourself close to where they can be found. This is so important. This is so important. So how do they think? It's also very important that you x-ray that. How do they think? How do they think? Do they believe in just anything goes, or they are more concerned about class, security? Are they thinking of exclusivity? If what you are selling is not exclusive, it's not likely to appeal to them. You want to check how they think, and you want to step up to that thinking pattern. It's very important. If you must be able to sell to them, this is so crucial. This is so important. So where do they worship? Where do they unwind? You want to do that. By the time you are able to answer these 4 key questions, I'm telling you, the million is already in your account. That's the way it works. So number one, it will give precision to your life. You will no longer be throwing energy. You will no longer be wasting energy and resources here and there. You won't waste time. You won't waste time. I remember having a conversation with a guy some time ago, and then the guy said, so the person who introduced me to him said, this guy knows all the billionaires in this country. He said his job, what the guy does for a living, that's to tell you how valuable the people you know matters. I have to tell you how valuable it is. He said he knows the people that can give you billions, and his job is to connect you to them. And whenever he brings them, you have your arrangements. That's what he does. He doesn't do anything else. Now he's in Dubai, another time he's in UK, and all he does is connect. He's more or less like a lobbyist. And there are individuals who do that for nations, who broker deals between nations. That's their job. That's what they do. They read contract, they interpret contract, and they look at for who to connect, and then they broker their deals, and then they get their own cut. That's the way some people do. So that's why we say most times that what you need is not most times money. What you need is the people who need what you are selling. So it's as powerful as that. Unfortunately, many of us are not good at networking. Many of us have poor interpersonal skills. Many of us have, poor communication skills. Many of us have very terrible character and attitude. Some of us are good at initiating relationships, but we don't know how to maintain and sustain it. And so you want to make sure if you do the first three well and you don't get the fourth one well, you will struggle in achieving that goal. I believe I've been able to address this. Just for the recap, the first step you take in order to make millions selling our products, and any product for that matter, is how much income do you want to make? How much income do you want to make? And one of the things, let me really drop this. Let me drop this. I think I have a few minutes. One of the things you must understand is this. If the goal you set does not have a consequence, if you don't meet it, you are not likely to achieve it as well. And that brings me to something that we will examine maybe next week on, how to set seductive goals that will lure you to its accomplishment. We would treat that next week. You don't want to miss it. I tell you the truth. So, but your goals, whatever your income target is, there must be a repercussion. There must be a consequence for either meeting it or not meeting it. So, if nothing goes wrong, if you don't achieve it, you are not likely to achieve it. If something will not go right, also, if you achieve it, then you are not likely to achieve it. So, set your income target. How much income do you want to make? Do that in the light of all the smart way of setting goals. Those 5 key criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. The number 2 is how much sale will fetch you that income. Write it down. Make sure that you are writing these things down. The number 3, how many products or service must you sell? For some people, depending on what you want to make, for example, if all you want to sell is Zeta Pavilion, Lakwe, Lakes and Resort, for example, all you need is just 12.5 million naira sale. And then all you need to do, the number of products you need to sell is just 1 plot. That's all. 1 plot to achieve the 1 million naira goal. And guess what? To get somebody that will buy 12.5 million naira and cut 12.5 million naira down at a goal, it's not difficult. You just need to know where they can be found. Where do they live? Where do they worship? Where do they unwind? Right? That's what informs some of the decisions about where some of us live. Some of us don't live in, where the masses live. And now that's not to say you now relocate, but at least even if you live somewhere, some other part of town, but you know where they unwind, go there. Right? This is very, very important. It's the missing link between those who are making the millions and those who are not. And then once you are done with that, welcome to the Millionaires Club. So I think I want to take questions if you have any, and if not, let's welcome Mr. Kwe to take the announcements. If we have questions, please let's entertain questions right away. Thank you for your listening attention. I hope I added some value. If not, let me know if there's a part of these steps that you didn't quite get. Please ask the questions. If you are clear, let me also know if it is apt and it's succinct and you are clear, you understand what I've shared. Let me also know. I love to hear your feedback. So I'm waiting for questions. If there is none, can we have Mr. Okpe to take the announcement, please?
Wow. That was an awesome section. I believe I'm loud and clear.
Yes,
Okay,
you are.
thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. I want us to go to the comment section and appreciate our CEO for another wonderful delivery this afternoon. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you, sir. You know, there's a common saying now in the comedy skit world, quote and unquote, that don't leave me too much wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the wisdom. Thank you very much. Many thanks. Thank you so much. And I believe quite some of us probably will have questions. So let's drop our questions in the comment section so that they can take one or two of them because of the time that we have left. So quick one, I'm going to take, we have a couple of announcements here. And Barika de Salah, to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, Alaja Budlai, Barika de Salah, all the people that are celebrating the season. So we wish you a great season of celebration. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. And quick one, I'm going to start with the chat with the CEO. We've been holding chat with the CEO for quite some time now, and we've rebranded it from the month of August. So from last week, we've actually been holding it Tuesdays and Saturdays by 7 p.m. But from the month of August, that's just a couple of days time, we are tweaking it a little bit more, and so that it can produce more results. And you might be asking yourself, what was the benefit of this chat with the CEO? The benefit is great, it's huge. And for those of us that are partners already or partners want to be, probably you want to subscribe into any of our offerings, I will advise that you tune into the chat with the CEO. This is a platform that is created so that every of your questions concerning Million Homes, concerning Million Homes, and concerning the Orange Apartment can be answered. So that is what the platform is meant for. And we need to take advantage of this opportunity. You see, beyond the questions that you're going to, you yourself can learn a lot. There's a lot to be learned in that platform. So that when you are before your prospects, you don't start calling the office. Mr. Okpe, please help me to talk to this person. No, there's a lot that you can learn from that platform. There's a lot I personally learned from that platform, and there's a lot that you can learn because in the field of prospecting, as a partner, as a business person, you won't always have somebody by your side to help you answer a question, to guide you in closing sales. So, and if you have anybody that you're talking to about the project, whether it's Orange Apartment, whether it's a Million Homes, I would suggest you direct them to the chat with the CEO. So note the date, every Tuesday and every Saturday, 7 p.m. So we had one a couple of days ago, which was on Tuesday, and this coming Saturday by 7 p.m. we are having another. So it's a great one. Tune in. There is no as many times as possible you can tune in and invite all the people. Whether you don't judge, you know, one of the greatest mistakes as business people that you be worried. Oh, this one has money. Oh, this one does not have money. You have like what the CEO taught us today. If you have done the right thing, just bring them to the platform. Don't take the buying decision on their behalf. Let them take the buying decision by themselves. So that is very, very important. Then the media promo ends tomorrow. The media promo ends tomorrow by 31st of this month, midnight. The midnight promo ends. So all the 50% discounts that we've rolled out, all the 40% discount, all the bags of rice that we've rolled out ends tomorrow. So people still have the opportunity today and tomorrow to make deposit, minimum deposit. Key in. Call your, if you are not sure whether your prospect have paid, call. Have you paid? It's ending tomorrow, no extension. For those that have been asking for extension, there is no extension of any kind. It ends tomorrow. So please call your prospect, call anybody that needs to be called. It ends tomorrow. Likewise, the 50% discount for partnership renewal. That too ends tomorrow. So in case you have your partnership, you need to renew your partnership and you have not done that, you have been procrastinating, make sure you make your deposit between now and tomorrow. So it ends tomorrow, please. Let's do that so that and not just that your prospects will pay, or you will, yes, your prospects will pay. Let them fill the relevant form. Let them fill the relevant form. Internet has to be your friend in this age and time. There's no thing, in fact, it should never be hard from you that I don't have data. That's the reason why you have not been able to close a sale. It should never be hard for you. Data is like breathing these days. In fact, somebody said internet is the new ATM machine. If you know the correct thing. So all the money that needs to be made, you can make it online. So and that's why we have digitalized all our platform. You don't need physical form. You don't need to visit office. You don't need all those things. All things have passed away. All things have now become new. So new, the definition of new is now the digital platform, the digital age that we are in right now. So take advantage of this. In case you have anybody that has made one deposit or the other, shout our official line up 0906,0005747 or 0906,0005737. Those two numbers should be on your speed dial. Should be, you pin them on your chat room, in your WhatsApp, pin those two numbers. So because those are the things that will fast track treating of forms, your commission, everything. Just please shout those numbers up so that for clarity purpose in any area that you need clarity. So please, all these are very, very important. All these are very, very important. So YouTube, the Global Wealth Creation Summit, the video is still on YouTube for a minimum period of time. So it will be taken down at any point in time. We've been saying this for weeks now, and most likely from next month, the video might not be there. So let's take advantage of this opportunity to watch those videos. Invite all the people you invited that couldn't attend the program. It's over a month now. Let them watch the video so that they can also benefit from it. So I have the good news. The good news I have is that on Orange Apartment, 1 bedroom is sold out. 1 bedroom apartment on the Orange Apartment, 1 bedroom is sold out. So congratulations to all those that made the sales. So what you have currently is the 2 bedroom and the 3 bedroom. So 1 bedroom is sold out. So take advantage. Go for site inspection. Bring all the people that you have been talking to. Let them come and see you can literally see house growing. The finishing, you can literally see it. So it's taking shape. October 1st is fast approaching. We are putting everything. A lot of work is going into it without compromising standard. A lot of work is going into the project without compromising standard. So let's take advantage. Let's okay, apologies for that. It was an internet glitch. So let's take advantage. So the 1 bedroom is sold out. 1 bedroom is sold out. So site inspection to Orange Apartment any day of the week. Just give us a 48 hours notice. So call those numbers 0906,0005747. Somebody should be scrolling that number now. 0906,0005737. Like I said, those numbers should be saved on your phone. Those numbers should be saved on your phone. So we implore all our partners, everybody that's clients, customers. So this is a season that you need to keep safe. We need to keep safe. The numbers are right. The numbers are just something else these days. Use your nose mask, follow all the guidelines, and if you are exposed to someone, 14 days isolation period, please, all these things are very, very important, is so that you and I can keep safe. And please, importantly, a lot of people have been calling, when is the office going to open and all of that. For now, we are still working remotely. There's limits to the number of people that can work, that can come to the office. So even not all staffs come to the office all the time. So in case you have anything, make sure you shout the numbers up. In case you think we need to have a meeting, we can set up a Zoom meeting so that whatever reason for that meeting can be addressed. That is the new normal that we are living in now. So let's try as much as possible to avoid any crowded place. Thank you so much for this time that we are having together.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Okpe. I appreciate. I don't know if we'll have any more questions. Um, so he mentioned that one bedroom flat is sold out, 100% sold out. The other two are selling very fast. So if you have prospects that may be interested, the two-bedroom flats, we have deluxe and we have the premium. Let's know. Invite them to join the rebranded chat with the CEO this coming Saturday. This Saturday will be 1st of August, and some dimensions will be unfolded on that day too. So you don't want to miss out on that. Something huge is coming up um, in the month of August. Like he also said, if you have any um, if you also have need to inspect or you have prospect that may want to inspect the current development, the orange apartment development, feel free to give us a call. Just reach out to those numbers 09060005737, then 09060005747. I don't know if we have any questions right now. Please feel free to let's take the questions if there are any. If there are any questions, let's take them very quickly. On meeting with us in the office, we've been working. We're actually the company has become far more productive than we've ever been, since inception. Even though we don't all show up in the office like we used to, but there's been all kinds of meetings. So if you would like to have a meeting or you want to come to the office to make any inquiry, we can set up a Zoom meeting for you and all of those things. Everything has gone virtual right now, and then we are just trying to make sure that we control, the crowd, and then to minimize the possibility of infections. All right. So is there any updates on the potential mortgage financial financing option for Orange Apartment? Yeah, we are yet to conclude on that. We are establishing partnership with a few mortgage firms, and then once we are done, we'll communicate that. But for now, what is available is for those who want to pay. There's the 0 to 3 month payment plan. There's the 4 to 6 month payment plan. There's the 7 to 10 month payment plan, and then there's 11 to 12 month payment plan. Depending on your choice, whatever it is that you want to choose, whatever your payment plan option is, just make sure you secure a unit. So if you were to buy the one bedroom flat, which is now sold out, you would have just needed to, secure with two 2 million naira, and then you start spreading your payments, you know, depending on what you chose. And then if you subscribe for two-bedroom, you need to deposit 4.5 million naira, and then start your deposit, start making spreading your payments. And then if you are doing a three-bed apartment, you make a deposit of 7 million naira, and then you start spreading the payments. So until we conclude on the partnership with the mortgage firms, we will not be able to give you any information yet. We have loads of meetings back and forth here and there. But once we are done, we'll let you know. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, so I think we do not have any more questions, right? So in the absence of any questions, um, 7 p.m. Tuesdays and Saturdays is when we have the session on the chat with the CEO, and that has been restructured, as has been repackaged, so you don't. Um, so the questions have now the program has been repackaged and rebranded, so you will get many of the updates beginning from most likely from today or tomorrow. You start receiving. So there's a procedure to making that happen. Let me also say that you will need to pick your links on the portal to be able to invite people to join to attend the session we have. We've tagged it, how to create predictable and perpetual income, using Orange Apartments and Million Homes. That's the way we've packaged, rebranded, and repackaged the chat with the CEO. So it's no longer chat with the CEO, right? It's now about how to, and that's what we share on that platform. And then many of the leaders within the organization will be addressing us, myself inclusive. So this Saturday, join us, it's going to be powerful, and we'll show you in practical terms what you can do with 200,000, what you can do with 1 million, if you have 10 million, what you can achieve with it. And that's pretty much what we'll be doing going forward. So Tuesdays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. each day. All right. So in the absence of any question, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Till we see, until we meet again on Saturday. Please stay strong, stay safe, and then take necessary precautions. And of course, always remember, winners never quit and quitters never win. So stay inspired till you succeed. So bye for now. Enjoy the rest of the day.